this plus this, it's unreal. I found out about this drone a while ago, and I always thought it would be the perfect drone for motocross. This drone is called the Skydio 2 Plus. I think it's the S2 Plus now. I learned about this thing a while ago, and it is as amazing as I thought it was gonna be. So for somebody like me that always films stuff on their own, having a drone that could fly itself was always something that I really wanted. And that's exactly what this thing does. It flies on its own, and it's the best drone out there for that. And the reason for it is because of this awesome thing right here. It's the beacon. I'm not totally sure how it works, but they somehow talk to each other so that this follows this. With this thing, you can control the drone without any controller, without it being connected to your phone, nobody flying it. This is all you need. So what I did was I took this and I taped it onto my handlebars. But the thing that makes this like really cool is you see all these little cameras everywhere? There's little cameras all on this drone. The obstacle avoidance, just like the tracking, there's no drone that can do it like this. That's why the very first thing that I did with this drone was actually take my pit bike out and see if I could make it run into a tree. So here I am on my pit bike. I'm riding in a way that would take the drone straight into this huge tree, and guess what? It just goes right around it and then catches back up to me. This drone is amazing, and its picture quality is amazing. Everything about this thing, I love it. So after all this talk about how amazing this thing is, I guess I gotta show you what it was like when I put it to the test. I don't think that there's any drone out there that could have possibly done what this did. So like I said, I taped the beacon onto my handlebars, took the drone out there, took it off from the beacon, put it onto, I think, the motion track setting, had it set to follow me from the back right and from the second distance away. And there might be a couple settings to go through, but man, I'm not gonna lie, I was very impressed. So here you go, you can see what it did. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, but it's still, man, it was really good. Obviously, I wasn't using any audio from this. I was wearing a GoPro and I took the audio from that, matched it up. There might be a couple settings, I doubt it, that could make it possibly follow in the corners better, because that's where it was having the biggest problems, is when I'm switching directions so quickly. It's really trying to catch back up to where I was, and then all of a sudden I'm going back underneath it the other way. It has a hard time keeping up. I don't know if there's any settings to help that, but I'm gonna try maybe following from a bigger distance, maybe not follow from the back right, maybe from the front, I don't know. But it did so much better than I was expecting. I didn't even think that it would follow me. So the fact that after those 3 laps, that it was still trying at least to track me, it did so much more than I thought it was ever going to. So if you want to track anything that's like, maybe not slower than a dirt bike, but something that doesn't change direction so quickly, I don't think you can get any better than this. And even if it is something that changes directions quickly, I think this is the only drone that'll actually find you after you're completely out of frame. If you're out of frame with any other drone, it'll lose you and it'll never find you again. It'll just stay there still and be like, I don't know what to do. At least this thing, when you get out of frame, it's trying to find you, and then it does find you, catches back up. There's no other drone that'll do that than this. So I'm excited to keep messing with it. Obviously the exposure wasn't quite right. It was getting brighter and darker. I think that's just more, I should put it on manual instead of auto for that kind of thing. But other than that, this thing blew me away. I'd be really curious if it would work on a practice track where there's a lot of people and not just me. I'd be a little nervous though if it is like I'm somewhere kind of far and it's like hovering or going right over a jump where there's another rider coming through. That's the only reason why I would be a little bit hesitant to take this to a practice track. But for somebody like me, I have my own track. I don't have anybody to film me. It's just me. This did exactly what I wanted it to. And that excites me. So I'll keep messing with it. Might have more videos in the future about future settings. And obviously, you'll see them if they come out. The Skydio. That's what this thing's called. I think I said that. It's amazing. I like it a lot.